everybody. Today we're going to do something that's a little bit of a departure from making jewelry, because I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe you've had days like this too. This week, just about everything I touched turned to dirt. Do you remember a week like that? Or whatever you did just didn't work out. Well, I finally started goofing around with some patina stuff and some things on polymer clay, and it's coming around, but I'm not ready to show you what I did yet, because I want to get it just perfect so that when I do show you, it makes some sense and I don't look entirely stupid. Anyways, today I'm going to talk to you about something I do know something about. I'm going to try to do it in an organized fashion. You know, at the creative group, we've been talking a lot about vintage jewelry and how vintage jewelry can be your muse, your design muse, something that sparks creativity, something that inspires you. You don't necessarily copy the piece, but you take some elements of it and make it your own. Not necessarily repurposing it, but taking new mixed media products, maybe brass stampings, maybe wire, maybe metal you cut out, and you take that vintage influence, you make it your own. You can learn a lot from vintage jewelry. So let's say you go off to an estate auction or a house sale, yard sale, whatever, flea, and you come upon a box like this. You can see there's just all manner of doofus in here. Pretty stuff, cool stuff. You look at this, you know, and you get to take this box home for, say, 50 bucks. I would say jump on this box with both feet for 50 bucks. Let me tell you, I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you how to go through a box of jewelry. I don't know if in the time that we have I can get through this whole box, but I'm going to go through this box and show you some of the highlights and what to look for when you get out there junking around and you find a box of jewelry. Because don't look at this as a box of jewelry components. People are doing that. Look at this as the money to buy what you really want to buy for your design needs. It's not necessarily something to break up. Just about everything in this box, as I'm going to show you, is a little too good for that. I'm going to show you why. So come on over here. Rob's going to come over my shoulder and we're going to see how far we get sorting this box. So you went to the estate auction and you saw this box, cat hair and all, and you said, looks interesting. What could I make from this? No, stop right there. Buy the box if it's in your budget. Bring it home and learn to sort it. Don't start thinking about what you're going to make out of it. Think about maybe it being another income stream, another source of income for you. Believe me, this works. I would not have the business I have today if about 25 years ago I hadn't thought that way, because I started out with $20 and a baby on my hip, scarfing around just like this. Okay. Now this would be a mighty fine box to find. So we got a box here. Let's see what's in here. What is in here? Can you see that? Oh my heart's going pity-pat already. This is a parure. A parure is a set of jewelry 3 pieces or larger. Many companies made a line of jewelry that could be mixed and matched. So whoever this lady was that bought this way back in the day got the earrings, the brooch, and the necklace. And this is timeless. This will never go out of style. This belongs to me, by the way. This is made by a company by the name of Kramer. Now let me see where the mark is on it. It's probably, yeah. You can't hardly see it, but it's right up here. Look on the finials, the end pieces, for marks. Also, another place it might have been would have been down in here as a place to look. Always look for marks. I'm going to see if these earrings are marked. They are. Very fine script mark, Kramer. Okay. This would have been probably 50s. Might be a little older. I'll be honest, never did the research on it. Where's the marks in here? It appears, nope, there it is, right in, see, You have to know where to look. Right down in there. This is Kramer. Lovely set. Kind of a jonquil glass. All machine cut stones. Very pretty. I'm going to set this aside now. Let's look at some more. This piece. This is a nifty little find. Did you know they still make this piece? We've even had it from time to time. This is an old composition plastic, not really celluloid, dress clip. This is a dress clip. The little cherries. Awesome. It's part of my own collection. And I bought it on Etsy a few weeks ago, and I just love it. The retail value on this pin is probably between $35 and $45, and you could expect to get $30 easily, and I did well, and I bought this piece for $8. So there are deals to be had if you know what to look for. Dress clips. Okay, here's another piece. You might say, oh, well, the stones are dark in that, you know, I'll take that apart. No, don't. This is a duet. Now, show you how that works. See, this is a frame. These slide out of there. I haven't taken this. This belongs to me, and I haven't taken it apart for a while, so it might be a little stiff. So in the interest of time, I may not take it clear apart. But this one comes out too. Okay, and then slides back in. That's a frame. Now, who made this? There's a mark. Oops, it just lost a stone. You'll have that. You need to be ready to put them back in. It says patent pending. I think there is a mark on it somewhere. I think it was a J-Rel piece. It's just pot metal. Not sure. Maybe that was another one that I had. But anyway, yeah, it's just pot metal. Anyway, it goes like that. You don't repurpose this. You would reset that stone, which I will do later. These are worth money. The clear crystal ones aren't worth as much as a figural duet. And a real duet will say Coro duet. And there may be owls or a fish or flamingos or whatever. Painted pot metal could be sterling. Look for them. You will find them. They are worth money. They could get you money for the things you really want. Okay, now we found this little guy. There's no marks on him. I've looked all over the place. Can't find any marks. But he's clear set. Now, some people used to say, oh, that's a jelly belly. No, it's not. This is a glass stone. It is not a jelly belly. This is a really nice figural, though. A jelly belly would have a lucite stone. It would be screwed in sometimes. This is pot metal with a gold wash over it. No marks. It does look like designer jewelry. It's very finely finished, but for the life of me, I've never been able to find a mark on it. Now that I've turned it this way, I think I might see something down there, but I'll have to get my loop out. It could be an important piece. You would never break something like that up. We were talking about sash brooches the other day at the creative group. Here are a couple of examples of sash brooches. There's nothing wrong with this except this has some patina. Well, we like patina, so we don't have a problem with that. Now, collectors don't always like patina, but I didn't used to clean these up because I would leave it for them to decide. If they don't want the patina, they can clean it. If they do, then whatever, it's there for them. This is I don't know what kind of metal this is, honestly. It feels so rigid and thick. I don't know. But it looks as though it's been pierced out. But this is an older one, and how do I know? It's got the C-clasp. The C, can you get up on that, Rob, and show them that? Anything like this is probably pre-30s, going back to Victorian times. Okay? Now this would be 30s forward, and this one probably came on a dress. It was probably an ornament that came with a dress, the purchase of a dress. And it has a safety clasp, which we see today. The safeties came along 30s and on. The style of this says to me 30s, but it could be a 40s piece too. But if it was 40s, it would probably be later 40s, because in the war years they made a lot of stuff out of sterling because brass was used in the war effort a lot. So anyway, there's a couple of pieces. These are sash brooches. Okay, here's one we talked about some time ago online. It's a China painted pin. Brass setting, kind of like a turtle back. There you go. See, it's got that C-clasp. That means pre-30s. These were ladies' projects, craft projects back in those days. They learned how to paint these things in classes, and then they would fire them in a kiln. This is the gold finish. The only thing wrong with this brooch is that the gold finish is worn. So no, you don't break this up. What you could do is you could thread some chain back through here, or some beads, and you could make it into a necklace, or wire it into something. But don't destroy somebody else's craft project. You wouldn't want somebody to destroy yours. This is too good. It's not broken. It's a nice piece. With the gold worn off of it, you probably might only get $35 for it. But hey, you know, if you find it in a box of junk for $50, that's a payday for you. Okay, here's something I actually did find in a box of junk many years ago. This great big old pin is over 3 inches across. It's all hand set pearls with some little Aurora Borealis rhinestones. When you see Aurora Borealis, it's that flash, that yellowy golden flash. That means that it's 50s or newer, because there was no AB or Aurora Borealis previous to that. Also, the style of this piece, the way it's made, it says 50s. All of these parts are still made. And you can see that these cups, these pearl cups, were all riveted on. They used to do that with a machine called a kick press. There is no mark on this, but it reminds me very, very much of a jewelry company by the name of Beau Jewels, the way it's made. It's just layered. You could make stuff like this today. Totally, this could totally be an inspiration, a design muse for you. Piece like that. Okay, what else? Oh, this piece was in here. Doesn't look like much, does it? But you know, when I see pieces with this little serrated edge here, the way they're set, I don't know, can you see that? It's a little serrated edge and they're just glued in. I start thinking right away, Czechoslovakia. So then I turn it over and I start looking. And where is that? Many times it's on the pin stem and you can't hardly see it. But in this case it's right here. It'll say Checo. This one does. And you're never going to be able to make it out. But this is a Czech piece, probably 30s, made from brass stampings, and stones that were made in a mold. And Czechoslovakia was famous for that. They would do this, people would do it as a home business. They made the glass stones in their homes in molds. So this is a Czech piece, and the value on this is probably about $35. Okay, now we found this piece in the box. What do you think of that? Ooh, pretty, 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 pretty. How old do you think that is? Think about it. What do we see here that's identifying? Well, there's a tag with a maker's mark, which I don't really recognize at all, but that doesn't mean anything. You can always research it and Google it. This has got a lobster claw on it. There's a big telltale sign that this piece is probably new. And it is. Also, the finish is, it's not even your black Japan finish. It's very matte. It's not well made. This is made in China. Picked this up on a buying trip a long, long time ago because I liked the design of it and it kind of inspired me. And that's what I do sometimes when I go to New York. I will buy the cheap Chinese jewelry because there's some good ideas there, but very poorly made, and this is no exception. What about this? What do you make of this? Grandma beads? You think it's grandma beads? Kind of, sort of, a little bit funkier than that. Grandma gone to Las Vegas? I don't know. No rhinestones in it, though. I guess it's rhinestones if it's Las Vegas. It's a collar necklace. It's from the 50s and it's made in Hong Kong. Time was that you, the signature is right here. You'll look for it right here. It won't show in the camera, I don't think, but I can see it. Time was Hong Kong plastic jewelry wasn't worth a lot, and still much of it is not, but it is not something to break up, especially if it's in good shape. I would hold on to it, because I remember when the West German plastic pieces weren't worth anything, and they are now, so, and that's not that long ago, so I would leave that. It's kind of cool, really. When you put it on, it's really kind of cool. Okay, so what else can I show you? Okay, this piece. What do you make of that? It's a hinge bracelet. This is what we used to call glitter under plastic, but you could do this today with resin if you could find a mold or use this for a mold piece. But uh-oh, the hinge is broke. This one's not going to be a payday for you because this will be very hard to sell unless you can fix that tube rivet and make it match in the back. And I don't know if I would because you might shatter this. So somebody has tied it together with a little bit of fishing line, it looks like. Actually, I bought it like this because I liked it. And so it's in my collection today. If it was in good shape and wasn't messed up in the back, you might get $35 for it. If you find jewelry like this, don't be quick to tear it up. It's kind of fun, and this is a big design, Muse, because we can do this with resin today. No reason why we couldn't. And make all kinds of stuff. So this is just a good one to have around on your workbench just to inspire you. Okay, what else we got in here real quick? Oh, this is a buckle. And it has something else to go with it in here too, if I can just find what happened to it. Oh, yes. This buckle has a pair of, here we go again, dress clips. And this is some kind of mystery metal with a nickel finish on it. So not necessarily the healthiest finish in the world. But you know why they used to put nickel in plating? Is because nickel actually made the plating stronger and made it last longer, you know. But no marks on this. So I don't know. I'm thinking 20s, 30s probably. But even so, it's still scratched up. And today's platers have found ways to do finishes without nickel that are really quite strong, and that's why Bisa Boutiques carries only nickel-free finishes, and they're all very good and high-end finishes. And just to show you that, what do you think of this piece? What do you think of this? You think that's old? Nah. Were you reading my blog? I made this last Saturday. Besides, it's got this kind of a hook. You see this kind of a hook, that screams new. This is our silverware silver plated finish, and I made it for the challenge for the creative group this month, which is making your own chain. And I put this together from the silverware silver plated hoops that we have to the website, and the little connector bars, and then this piece, which we sold out of immediately. And they're on order. We'll have them again soon. And I love this necklace. I think I'm going to take it on my trip with me. So I'll put that there. Now I've got this in here. What is this? Ooh, this still got the tag on it. Somebody must have took it to flea market and couldn't get $25 for it. Well, I would think it's worth $25. Look, we got book chain there. This is 50s style book chain. You know, why couldn't you do that with little connectors and washers? I'm gonna. Awesome. What's wrong with this piece? Anything wrong with this piece? Let's examine it. Up, we got a stone out. You might be able to find a stone to replace that, though. It's probably like a 4x8mm pair. You might find it. Jet black's not hard to come by. You might find one. It'd probably be worth putting aside till you could find a stone, because this is a nice piece. It's too good to tear up. I would not tear it up. In fact, I don't see any marks on it, but it's made like designer jewelry. One day you might find the earrings to go with it, or someone has it. I don't know. Rob's tapping on me and saying we're running out of time, but I got just a few more I'm going to show you here because they will let us go out a little bit farther. This is not old. That's a new piece made with our sectional material. Bisa Boutiques, we carry these. We're out of this right now, but they're coming in. What else might be in the box? Oh, this prom necklace, prom jewelry. When you see this stuff, you think automatically, oh, let's break it up. Don't think like that. The first thing you want to do is you want to look for marks. There is a mark on this, and I can't make it out right now, but somebody, this is a designer piece. I just can't make it out right now. I should have done my homework and looked at it previous. The stones are not bad. If somebody likes the shabby chic look, they'll be happy with this. Let somebody else repurpose it. You could sell it. If you did repurpose it, do it responsibly by maybe removing this part and making a new chain, maybe putting it in a series of chains hanging down. But maybe make it so you could put it back together or something. I don't know. It's your jewelry, but it's kind of a shame. If it ain't broke, like they say, why fix it? This is a piece of Florenza. with a swing tag. I wanted to show you this because this piece is marked here, but this is a new old piece. Somebody never wore this. So it's got the swing tag on it. That's what I mean when I say swing tag. Copyright Lorenza. So when you find them with a swing tag, they're extra cool for collectors. Okay, well there's just a whole bunch more in here. I don't know if you can look quick with me. Here's a piece of Charel. This is a finely finished piece of pot metal. It's got a little bit of wear to the finish on the back. It's 50s. A piece like this is probably worth about 30 bucks, so you don't repurpose it. You could hang it from something. Don't repurpose it. But here's a piece of chain. Nothing on it. This is great for repurposing because it's not attached to nothing. This is great. Use it. Go for it. What do we got here real quick? I'm just going to Brits real quick. What do we got here? This is 20 Jewelry Company. It's from the late 70s, early 80s, and people are collecting it now. So look for this stuff. You can sell it. This piece, Star, made in the 50s. I think it's got a little stone out. If you repurpose it, please don't cut the backs off and glue it into something. And this brooch would probably get you 18 bucks. Why not get the 18 bucks and buy something you really want? Anyway, that's about as far as we're going to get through here. There's some broken crystal in here. That's great for repurposing. It's broke. This is not old. Memory wire bracelets from this period are probably only going to be about 3 coils big. Okay, or 2 even. This is made from some old beads and a broken necklace and some new India glass, and I made it, and it's mine. So, anyways, we gotta go. We're going out of time. There's so much here I could show you, but I hope this helped you out to get you to see that you can learn a lot from vintage jewelry, how to separate it, that it does have value, and it can get you where you're going if you learn to piece it out, get it on your Etsy shop, and sell it, and make a little money.